Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Centennial Conference Corner. My name is Amber Thomas, and I am virtually along Isabel Schwam, a member of the women's volleyball team for Haverford College. How are you doing today, Isabel?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. So I've heard you've been a major player for Haverford SAAC's diversity and inclusion efforts. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the initiatives that you guys have?
Yeah, for sure. So first of all, our SAAC over the summer sort of met and revamped our mission statement with the goal of including diversity, equity, and inclusion in our mission, which hadn't really been done in the past before. So kind of altering that to fit what our school needs moving forward. And then along with that, we also picked up the program out of Washington, D.C. called Sustained Dialogue. So Sustained Dialogue has a goal of sort of fostering dialogue, which includes like listening deeply to people's experiences in hopes of sort of getting over the barriers that are blocking change. So we brought this program to Haverford within athletics in order to improve the environment that all athletes are part of. So that we are currently having three student athletes in that training. And then the goal is to start having dialogue groups, which are the next steps of this process in the spring and then the fall of 2021. Another initiative that we've sort of been getting off the ground is a series called Train the Trainer. So I've sort of been coordinating that with our interim dean of the college, Joyce Bylander. And we had one session and another one which was postponed for the time being. But the goal with those is sort of to bring captains of all of our SEA athletic teams into a space where we talk about a film or a reading, specifically on the topics of race and whiteness and white privilege. So this is a new initiative, so there have been a few hiccups along the way, but I'm happy to say that we have the Athletes of Color Coalition, which was recently formed. We have two members of the AOCC who are SAAC liaisons, Madison Adore, who's my co-captain, and then Raina Gully, who's a member of the women's basketball team. And they are going to help us sort of revamp this process and make sure that it is touching on things that are best for our student athletes to be conversing about. And then running, obviously, along with SAAC is the Athletes of Color Coalition, which I just mentioned. It was created by Jasmine Reed and Jessica Lopez, who are members of the women's track and field team here at Haverford. An initiative that they created was the AOCC's Meet Our Black Squirrels weekend. And the goal of this weekend was to kind of attract a more diverse group of athletes to Haverford, specifically focusing on BIPOC student athletes. And the AOCC wanted to give them a chance to hear the experiences of athletes of color at Haverford, kind of in an unfiltered way, so that they got, full transparency from our athletes of color to potential athletes of color coming to Haverford. And this was a really, well-planned, thought-out initiative, and it was really great to see it happening. And all credit and shout out to the AOCC for that. They're getting a lot of things off the ground as well, and kind of helping SAAC in our work, and we're really appreciative of that.
Yeah, those all sound like really great initiatives, and we look forward to continuing to watch you guys blossom in this time where it's kind of different for everyone. How are you staying connected to your teammates and fellow students in SAAC?
So for my team specifically, we really like games. So we've been able to play Zoom bingo and also Zoom categories, which have been super fun. We're a small team, volleyball, we only have 13. So we've been able to, by the college rules, gather outside. So we've been able to have dinners, we've been able to do, charades together, other games like that. And so it's kind of an advantage in this environment to be a small team, which has been really nice. And we also just really capitalized on our opportunity to play outdoor volleyball on grass, which was new to all of us. So that was kind of fun and challenging, and I think we all embraced that. And then we were able to also play a few sessions indoors, which we really wanted to capitalize on because that's, where we're used to performing and we're used to being together. So I think I really just kind of let those moments like sink in, and just being thankful that we had the opportunity to play at all, because some schools around the country obviously didn't even get to do their sports. So it's been really nice to be able to do that. And we have so much fun playing. So it's a great way to just continue to foster our connections. And SAAC has been doing a lot of work. We have biweekly meetings, but we've also been meeting outside of those to have more discussions, and just as, you know, student athletes figuring out initiatives that work best for the people that we're trying to represent best on this campus. So it's been a great way to get to know each other better. Spending a lot of time, even though it is on Zoom, it's what we have to work with. So we've been really working hard to try and, you know, get that time in, and do the best that we can to be productive in those spaces.
For sure. Thinking back on some of your Haverford moments, what has been your favorite sports moment so far?
So last year we played Washington College on a midweek match, and our stud libero, Sarah Matsumura, actually broke her finger during that match. And it was crazy. And she played and finished out the entire match basically with her hand taped. And then went to get an x-ray afterwards and found out that it was broken. So that was essentially the end of her Haverford volleyball career, because she was a senior. But I just still go over that in my head and think how much adrenaline and how much energy she had to play on with a broken finger and essentially one good hand. It's just amazing to me. And she went on to earn an All-American honors and definitely deserved it. And she's been one of my idols since I got to Haverford. So I'm still in awe of that moment, and I miss her a lot. And she was just such a great player. So that definitely will stick with me for a long time.
For sure. So switching it up a little bit, we're going to do some rapid fire, get to know you type questions. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Favorite childhood TV show?
I would say I really liked Hannah Montana. I also really liked The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. I think those were probably my two favorites.
Okay, the next one. If you could only eat one thing for the rest of your life, what would you pick?
Probably mac and cheese.
The one. Granted, one wish, how would you change the world? You're already doing some amazing things.
Thanks. I think I would just wish for people to be more empathetic and try and like understand individual experiences better. I think people like to stereotype and categorize people when each human being is so like different and unique that you can't really put people into boxes if you don't know them. So
Absolutely. And this last one, this is a hard-hitting one.
okay.
What's your favorite athletic conference?
Oh, well, of course, the Centennial Conference.
Of course. Well, thank you, Isabel, for joining me. You can catch a new episode of the Centennial Conference Corner each and every week at Centennial Conf on social media, or you can catch us at centennial.org. And until next time, we'll see you later. Bye.